Welcome everyone, I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Dark Soul. You might notice a few things are different about me, or about Tenshi rather. I found out that the sword I was searching for, or the soul I thought I was missing, was because I already used it to get the sword I wanted. So this is the Smelter Sword, but I'll go more into that later. First, we're gonna go ahead and respec, and then I'll go over what my build's been.
The old women are long, but now.
Okay. Some of these NPCs do have different things to say since I've beaten the game, which I'll go over once I get over there.
Still determined as ever, I see. Do you wish to start all over again?
So we can reallocate our points at the cost of a soul vessel. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright, our intelligence is 7. The hood I am wearing actually gives 3 intelligence, which will get me up to 10, which is enough to use minimum level spells and the weakest staff, so I don't need to upgrade that any. I'm not going to upgrade faith any, so we have 50 extra points to mess around with, which is nice. Dexterity at 16 is fine. We only need 10 to use the sword I'm using. To use the sword I'm using, you need at least 40 to use it one-handed. If you're using it two-handed, you can use 20, but generally you want to go ahead and go for at least the minimum, so you can actually get the additional damage for using it two-handed. So that takes care of that. So strength at 40, that's fine. Attunement I need at 43, I believe. So yeah, originally I had it at 36. Oh, that increases my casting speed by 1. You know what? I might just go 50. Just a good even number. It's a bit overkill, to be honest. But it does free up a ring slot, so I think I'll go ahead and stick with 50. I didn't really plan too far ahead as far as like what I'm going to be doing with my build. There we go. 24 adaptation is more than enough. So that leaves us with 77 points to spend. For one thing, we need to get this up to 20. There we go, up to 20. And then that leaves us with 65 points that we can split between essentially vitality and vigor. So let's get our vigor up to at least 20. And then our vitality, we're gonna need the weapon. The Smelter Sword is incredibly heavy, so I'm gonna try to increase this as much as I can. Unfortunately, I'm probably gonna end up not getting to where I want it, but we'll just have to make do. Actually, it's getting pretty up there. After 29, you only get 1 equipment load per point, which kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Nice even 100, I guess. That's really overkill, but I can live with that. After 20, your endurance only goes up a point each, 1 point per, which kind of sucks. And then we have vigor, of course. Okay, after 49, it only goes up half a point each, so we'll just even it up at 49, and then we'll never increase vitality again. Alright, so that leaves some points to spend. I think I'm going to go ahead and start working on endurance. That way I can swing more often. So this is our build. No 5 faith, 7 int, 24 adaptation, 16 dex, 40 strength, 50 attunement, 49 vitality, 24 endurance, 20 vigor, 20 vigor. Increasing intelligence and faith does increase your fire bonus damage, but really it's not worth it for boosting pyromancy spells, so I'm not going to worry about that at all. So all my additional points are going to be going into vigor and endurance most likely. I could increase strength and dex for more physical damage, but it's not going to really be that much of an increase for the weapon I'm using. So I think I'll stick with this build and see how it goes.
Now,
Yeah.
on a journey with us.
Okay, so with that, we are now up to... Okay, cool. So with that, I'm at 33%, 33.8% encumbrance, which I think is pretty good. So this is the sword I'm using. It's the Smelter Sword. I'll go ahead and pull up its stats. I think I've pulled up its stats before, but I'll go ahead and do it again. An ultra sword forged from the soul of the Smelter Demon. Its blade bears the strength of terrible flames, a latent power unleashed by a strong attack. The earth spouted fire, and a beast arose from the flames. The short-sighted king was incinerated by the creature in one swing, and his castle devoured in a sea of flames. Special attack, with a strong attack, it pretty much makes flames burst out. How the flames burst out depends on how you swing it. So if I do this two-handed, does that, and then I can follow it up with that. Each swing drains 10 durability, so you can see with my little durability bar, it's already been thoroughly drained. And there's of course this. There's some pretty crazy stuff there. Yeah. Anyway. Now the reason I went to such a high attunement was not only for the spell slots, but also it increases the amount of cast I have of even my most powerful spells, such as Forbidden Sun here. Here's Forbidden Sun, for those who don't know. It leaves Smoldering Fire behind, which does additional damage. Warmth is a heal spell. Pretty much it heals everybody around it in short pulse. It's nowhere near as efficient as a heal spell, but it's still a heal spell without actually having to build any stats. Then there's Great Fireball, Flame Swath. It's pretty interesting. I think I've shown this off before. Actually, apparently went into the wall. As far as like the reason I got some arcane spells, okay, can you wear off now? Warmth lasts a while. Anyway, the bad part about Warmth is it does heal enemies, so be careful about that, especially in PvP. As far as my arcane spells are concerned, I'm using, right now I have Repair and Chameleon. Chameleon is purely just in case I get invaded. I can go and just hide somewhere and then see if they come my way. Repair is essentially so I can repair my gear while I'm out in the field. So I have both Repair and Chameleon at 10 requirement. Another spell I managed to get to 10 requirement was the spell, what's it called? Hidden Weapon, which is what I got from rank 2 of the Bellkeepers. Yeah, I believe that's where I got it from. Essentially, it hides your weapon, but I don't think I'll be using it, at least not in this run. It's purely a PvP weapon as well. Wow, that warmth spell lasts forever. There it goes. Another spell I managed to get to 10 requirement was the Sacred Oath spell. I got that to 10, and then I got Sunlight Blade down to 33 from 36. I pretty much just used all my little instances to reduce my requirements as much as possible. Okay, so that's pretty much it for that. Let's go ahead and tune our spells just to get prepared. So I get 6 slots from my attunement, and then I have an additional 2 from my ring. So I'm going to go ahead and get ourselves a Delayed Blast Fireball, known as a Lingering Flame. Remove that, then replace it. So yeah, I got a few range spells. Most of the stuff is close range, and mostly just buff type spells, but it's good to have at least a few ranged options, especially once we get to the Shrine of Amana. The Shrine of Amana is going to be a huge pain as a pyromancer since everything's in water, but we'll make do. Hopefully I'll make up for it with this awesome sword. Oh, I didn't even show the stats of the sword, I apologize. This is at +5. It requires Dragon Bones to enhance because it's a boss weapon, but it has 330 physical base and 150 fire. It does a lot of poise damage, it does 50 poise damage, which is always good. And has C fire affinity, D's, and both strength and dex affinities. As for the rest of our gear, I am currently using the penal handcuffs, which I upgraded to +5. It required Twinkling Titanite to upgrade. This is just to increase my pyromancy damage. And then I got the Desert Sorcerer set for the rest of it, just because it looks cool. The hood gives me +3 int, which means I don't have to increase my intelligence at all to cast spells or use staves, or at least this staff. For the most part, it's just for looks. It's not really good stats at all. The biggest weakness is low defense and the fact it doesn't provide any poise, which means I get knocked around a lot. As for my rings, I have the 3rd dragon ring, which increases health, stamina, and encumbrance. Clear bluestone ring for +1 that increases casting speed. Southern ritual band gives you 2 additional spell slots at +1, and then the stone ring, which increases my poise damage even further. So now my poise damage is actually technically 60 instead of 50. Let's see if that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. So pretty much my goal is if I hit something, I'll hopefully stagger them enough so I can just beat the tar out of them. That's my plan anyway. Assuming I ever hit, because you know how lag is. Alright, so that takes care of all that. I'm going to go ahead and head back to Bajula. I've never done New Game Plus, so this part will be blind. For the most part, the jump from New Game and New Game Plus I think is kind of a big one, simply because they're going to add new enemies and how the bosses work will change a bit for some of them. So that's the plan. As far as what else I spent my souls on besides level ups and upgrades, oh, by the way, I'm using a +10 magic sorcerer staff, so I imbued it with magic just because. I also upgraded my other pyromancy flame. The dark pyromancy flame is now +9. I can get it to +10. I do know of a fire seed I missed, but I'm not going to worry about it. I went ahead and spent points buying some like twinkling titanites and bones and stuff from her to see, you know, just to have. And alright, let's go ahead and I'm going to show off 2 final things. One's our lovely little feline here.
It seems that we must now part. Why now? I don't see how it should matter. Just because I'm a cat?
Duh.
Honorable Sovereign, take your throne and do great things if it please.
Yep, and that's about it for that. Alright, now let's go. Now I did buy some more armor from this guy to the point where he's pretty. Look at this guy. He's all like laying back, and now he's pretty confident about himself.
You need armor? Go ahead. See what I'm offering. I'm rich! I'm rich! I don't need to go home anymore. Home? Home? Where is home?
So yeah.
You sure? Well, I may sell out while you're away.
Yeah. He's really cocky and arrogant now. But yeah, despite, you know, getting more and more souls and becoming quote-unquote rich, he forgot a good chunk of himself. It's more of a gradual process. Like, there was actually a part in between where he kind of was like, hey, in the beginning he was like, man, I'm not doing well at all. Hopefully you'll buy something, and then partway through he'll be like, oh, I'm doing kind of well. And then he goes completely just bonkers. Alright, so let's begin Journey 2 and see where this leads us. Probably bad areas. Once you start the next journey, only players on Journey 2 to Drangleic and beyond will be eligible for matchmaking during online play. Sure. So, one thing right off the bat, there are enemies around us, right here, with falcons. These guys are actually using falcons to attack with. And these guys hurt. These guys supposedly can drop sunlight metals. Oh wow, it kept my covenant. I did not know that it would do that. Neat. These guys shoot 2 arrows at once. Ultra great swords are kind of weird. Despite usually when you're targeting somebody, you'll always face towards them, but with the ultra great swords, for some reason, sometimes when you swing, it'll literally veer you in the direction you're moving or pushing the control stick. Okay, for a second there, I thought the skeletons were getting up. Oh. Hello. A lot of HP. And yeah. Dark Phantoms. I don't think anything changes as far as the drops around here. I'll go ahead and check this one over here. Yeah, it's rusty coins. Well, actually having those is kind of alright. I'm most likely going to glaze over a lot of the some of the secrets simply because I don't care about them. Like, I don't need to go get another stone ring. There's no reason to. Frame rate.
What seems to be the ruckus?
It's all repeated.
Oh my, your face.
Actually, I think I look pretty good. Okay, it literally skips through all of that.
All people.
It skips through all of the name and character creation stuff, so we don't have to worry about that.
This is a fair. Why else would you visit this lost?
Okay, so that's all repeated. So yeah, we probably won't have to go through very many conversations with any of the NPCs, which will hopefully speed things up a little bit. FG. Probably gonna need more of those. Alright. As for my inventory, I have no keys. Let's see what else we have. We did keep our Ferrous Lockstones. It doesn't look like our... Yeah, it doesn't look like our the thing that the Fragrant Branch of yours didn't seem to carry over. Our Soul of Giants did carry over, so we don't have to farm those again. So yeah, at least we got our Ferrous Lockstones. That's actually really useful. Means we don't have to go through that again. Alright, let's go ahead and rest up to get back our stuff. I'm gonna skip through the tutorial area because there's no reason to stay there. Hopefully I don't get attacked. So, a lot of the monsters will end up being the same. I believe the trolls are over here somewhere, probably. Yeah, the trolls are over there. But any of the normal enemies will be stronger. They will give you more souls, but at the same time they'll be stronger, they hit harder, and so forth. Eventually it gets to the point where armor becomes irrelevant simply because everything hits so hard. Stay calm and praise the sun. Pretty sure these are all fake. Yep. Also... Okay, my messages do stay. They're all in the same places as they were before. But I don't think they can be seen by anyone besides the people in New Game Plus, so it's probably less than useful now. Alright, first thing I'm gonna do, against all better judgment, I'm gonna go say hi to this guy.
Have you business with the way you under heaven? Oof.
Okay. Hey. Huh. Not gonna react? I think it was a little bit tougher. Anyway, Blue Moon's Greatsword. I'll go ahead and show that off real quick, because I didn't get to show it off before. Blue Moon Greatsword. The blade of this greatsword shines like the brilliant rays of the moon. In the oldest legends rarely spoken of today, it's said that the sword was born of a great white being. Then what explains this lifeless weapon? Perhaps there was some mistake. So yeah, the blade is fake. It's not too bad. It's a standard greatsword. It can be upgraded with Titanite, so it can get to up to +10. It requires 28 strength and 10 dex, and it has no affinities. So generally the best thing you can do with this weapon is give it raw. If you get this up to +10 early enough and make it raw, you definitely can have a decent weapon in a new game. It's what I'm using on my other character, and it's been holding pretty well. Anyway, I just wanted to kill him, because I didn't get a chance to do so before. Now he's not going to come back until where he's at right now, I can actually resummon him with there'll be a tombstone, and I can actually spend souls to bring him back, I think, or something like that, at least as a spirit. But I don't care about him, so. Alright. Pretty sure this doesn't change here. Nope. In new game double plus and above, you'll actually get a shield from that chest. You can also get that. You can also get the item by just simply using bonfire aesthetics, but I'm not gonna do that.
Well, oh, I could.
Anything's changed here? Nope. Is there anything worth buying? I'm gonna go ahead and buy this just to trigger his stuff.
Thanks very much. Well, thank you for coming back. Do take a look at my wares. I came from the West. Have you very competitive, of course. But it's been years. I don't even know why I'm still here. Everything's all... A group calling themselves the... You can't... They can... Oh, by the...
Okay.
Well,
I'll try to go through his conversation pieces as we go on, since I didn't really get a chance to show them off before. Hey, it's you.
Oh, and what? Oh, well, oh.
No, covenants. Okay, my rankings do stay the same, so I don't actually have to repeat a lot of the covenants. I'm gonna stick with, the Way of the Blue. I am at rank 1. I already got the item. It was just a blood bite ring, which gives you a little bit of bleed resistance. So the Way of Blue doesn't really get you much, to be honest. But
Nothing suited you, I presume.
that's
Well,
okay. Alright, so that's been all taken care of. Let's go. You need your key. Let's go ahead and ignite this bonfire.
Are you, or he who you step bear
Lest this.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before we level up. And once again, we don't have any of the other characters here besides Mr. Grouchy up there. So I guess I'll stick with this this covenant for now to see if I can get to rank 3 in it. It's definitely not worth it, but it's available. We're gonna go ahead and go the same route as we did before. We're gonna go ahead and start with Heat A Tower Flame. Go from there. Do I still have my feather? Yes, I do. Okay. That means I'm not gonna bother getting the homeward bones up in the other area. That covenant where it makes the game harder and stuff, I'm not gonna probably join. It's not worth joining at all. mean, the only reason you would possibly join it is for bragging rights, or if you want to get the ring that greatly boosts your punching damage. And by punching damage, I mean purely unarmed. You can't use Sages with it. Pretty sure this is still the same. Yep. Just another Crimson Parna. Granted, I could sell them, but at this point, the amount of souls I get from selling stuff is just not worth the trouble, usually. I will get things like... I'm most likely going to be looting stuff along the way, at the very least, simply because some of these are souls, which I can turn in. They do add up pretty quickly if you save them all up. I had like, I don't know, 500,000. Well, probably not that much, but it was up there. Actually, yeah, that was probably about how many souls I had saved up just in those items. Alright, so it's these guys again. Hey, what's up? Duels, huh? Kill him in 3 hits, that's good. And if I want to, I can try fighting these guys. Oh yeah, you're back. I forgot about that. Because arrested. Biggest issue is just recovery times for my swings. But it does sweep, which is good. You generally want a greatsword that sweeps most likely. The overhead swings aren't bad, especially in narrow corridors and stuff, but... Gotcha. One bonus, which I am not going to use. This route will also get us a lot of human effigies pretty early, just in case we need them. Then again, if I become super hollow, I can always get... I can always switch to the Dark Pyromancy Flame. I can swing this 4 times, that's not bad. Anyway, my goal is going to try to get to the boss and see if there's anything different. Probably won't be, but you never know. Oh, this place has changed. There's another mace guy. Dodge, 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 dodge. Great, these both remained aggroed. That's annoying. Alright, guess I'll fight both of them. My frame rate would hold, that is. Come on, come at me. Yeah, my frame rate's getting a little stuttery. I'll probably call this a video after this fight. I still have my cracked blue eye orbs? Yes, I do. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a video. I am the Depressed Dior, and this is Dark Souls 2 on New Game Plus. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later.